Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tatmoma and the Big Brigade. Welcome back to my channel. Forgive me, I got a bully trying to wants over here for some reason. I did take them out. I let them out and let them back in before I started recording. Did it matter? No. They're still sitting here looking at me like I'm supposed to be doing something for them. Dog mom life. Yeah. Anyway, and tonight's tea is Yugi Tea. I call it Yogi Tea. Y-O-G-I. Yogi Tea. It's this lovely stuff. Sweet tangerine, positive energy, supports elevated mood and energy levels. Contains caffeine. Yeah, I'm having caffeine at 9 something at night. It won't matter. It's not enough to... It's not like I'm drinking Mountain Dew like I used to. And it's certified organic. So I did get this at Walmart. So if you want to try it, you can try it for about $4 a box. Not bad. Not bad on the price. I did put some honey in it. And I've discovered that I can't have regular, you know, processed sugar. I can't have any of that processed sugar, but I can have raw honey. So this is also from Walmart. Walmart should sponsor my butt, right? As much as I buy stuff from Walmart. First it was the flavored waters that everybody decided to go try because I was drinking them. And now it's tea and honey. Anyway. And tonight we're drinking out of the Pity Mom mug that my friend Marcia sent me. I don't know if it's cooled off enough yet. It did just finish steeping, and I just added the honey right before I hit record. Oh yeah, that's just enough honey. Last night I had a cup of one of my teas, and I put too much honey in it. Tonight I think I did okay. Not too much. Well, I got a few things to show y'all. And here's a shocker. I went to Michael's today, and I did not buy yarn. I did not. I had a $10 voucher, and I was, you know, I have my New Year's resolution for 2024 is to learn how to needle knit. Okay, I'm setting a simple goal. That way, if I bust it and don't learn during the year, that gives me a whole year to learn how to do something simple with needle knitting, like a washcloth or something, you know. That's the simplest thing. Someone said that would be the simple. I can't remember if it was one of y'all in your comments or something, said that would probably be the simplest thing to start with. And so last night I was sitting here, and my phone I am half the time, and I searched on YouTube for tutorials for beginner tutorials for needle knitting, and I had some circular needles. Hold on, I'll show y'all. I know I got a couple of new subscribers. Oh, wait, dadgummit, I didn't grab both of them, did I? No, hold on a minute. I grabbed something else. Oh. Everything's kind of dislodged. I sent a couple of packages today, and I had misplaced some stickers, and so I tore up the place looking for these stickers that Eva gave me when I was out at her place, and come to find out they were in this basket over here. I went all over here looking for them, and everywhere looking for them, and yeah, they were right there. Isn't that the way it goes? Anyway, so far, I purchased these boy circular needles from Walmart for $5. And these are 5.75 millimeter needles. And so I got these, and these are just aluminum. And then someone mentioned that I should make sure I have a bamboo set, because some yarn is going to be slippery, and the yarn won't slip off the bamboo needles easily. So at Hobby Lobby, I bought these for around $5. $4.50. So, and these are 6 millimeter circular needles. So I have those to start with. And then today, because when I was going through the tutorials, half the tutorials had just the straight ones. I don't know what y'all call them. What would you, they just call them knitting needles. They don't have a particular, just aluminum knitting needles. They're not called circular or straight, or I call them just straight ones because I don't know. Anyway, so I went to Michael's. I did look at the yarn, but I didn't find anything that I didn't already have some of. And they didn't have, I mean, they had the buy one, get one 50% off, but I was just in there the other day. You know what I mean? So, I really wasn't over. I did find some, they did have the Christmas cards marked down. This is how I bought Christmas cards last year. So they had the Christmas cards knocked down 60% off. And so for $1.60 something cents a box, I bought 2 boxes of Christmas cards for next year. Yeah. I'll put them in the Christmas box with the little nativity scenes and stuff, and so that when I get ready to start sending Christmas cards next year, I'll be all set. I won't have to go looking for Christmas cards to send. I'll already have them in, you know, on hand. I'll be good. So yeah. Anyway, that's exactly what I did last year too. But so I bought these. These were like around $5 a set. So I got a set of 6 millimeter straight needles, and then 5 millimeter, because I have some, I have one of those cones of cotton, 100% cotton, you know, kitchen cotton. I just have one because it's, you know, I bought it a long time ago, and then I tried it and realized it was really rough on the hands. But I figured while I'm trying to learn how to needle knit, that it might be a good thing to use because it's grippy, you know. And but all the tutorials, or a lot of the beginner tutorials, were using these. They weren't using the circular needles. So I was like, well, I don't want to not have the right equipment when I'm looking at the beginner tutorials. And so I went ahead and got these. I did have a $10 voucher from the last time I was in there. And so I had that, and then so I got out of there for a little less than $8. Between these and the Christmas cards, I spent less than $8 at Michael's. So there's that. And if y'all want to see what the Christmas cards are going to look like, they had little animals on them. Yep. Bring on the merry, it says. Yeah, I'd love to tell you I'm going to send you fancy Christmas cards with glitter and all that. No. Nope. Because, you know, I had to send quite a few. And then I did buy some yarn today, but I bought it from Joann's. And we're going to blame this one on Juan, the yarn addict, and his handsome sweet self, because he demoed this yarn in a video from yesterday, and it looked pretty good. And I like Caron jumbos also. And now I ordered 4 skeins of this. I ordered this color and the gray color. I got 2. They canceled the gray color because all of a sudden they didn't have it in stock. Even though when I placed my order this afternoon, it showed they had 8. And then from the time that I placed my order till the time they filled my order, all of a sudden they didn't have any, which I thought was crap. That means somebody placed an online order that got pushed to the front of the line and I got left out. But anyway, this is the Caron Jumbo Twirl. And this colorway is called Canal Ribbon. And let's see if I can get it close enough so y'all can see. Yeah. It's got the little squiggly ribbon twirled in there. And to be perfectly frank, I've worked with 1-pounders, Caron 1-pounders quite frequently myself, and this is thinner than that. So I can see why they would recommend a 5mm hook. But if it splits like he said, then you want to go to at least a 5.5. So I'd probably use an eye hook 5.5 with this. But it is very pretty. It's 12 ounces, 340 grams, 578 yards, 528 meters. It's 93% acrylic and 7% polyester. It's a 4-weight, 5mm knitting needles, 5mm crochet hook, machine washable and dryable. I would say that it's as soft as anything else. I mean, is it the softest yarn I've ever touched? Is it as soft as Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn? No, it's not. Not even close. But it's still not, it's not Super Saver rough. It's not Red Heart's rough. It's somewhere in between. So it's workable. It's definitely workable. I got 2 of these. I don't know what I'll do with them yet. I'm sure I'll work them into something. But in a blanket or something like that. But I'm not going to make a garment with this. Especially with the possibility of it splitting. I don't want to make a garment with something that's potentially going to split like that. So I'm thinking blanket. They have a picture of a blanket on the front there. But then they mention, what do they call it? Manta texture herringbone. Yeah, herringbone textured crochet blanket. Crochet Acrobats. Amanda's not doing that. Nope, that herringbone stitch is not for me. Gives me a headache just thinking about it. No. Now, what I have been working on is Will's girlfriend's sweater. And the dreaded black yarn. But I did show y'all the yarn, so I figured I'd show you where I am with it. Let's see here. And I decided to do hers in the solid stitch. Now this is going to be a cropped cardie. Oh, it's still attached to the yarn, so it's kind of goofy. But I'm doing a whole skein, and then I'll switch and do a couple of rows of the silver. But this is where I'm at. But this I Love This yarn is just amazing. It's so buttery. It really is. It's really buttery. Even in the black color, it's buttery. Even with it being black yarn, it's very buttery. But this is where I'm at with it. So it's working up really quick. And I got this little light that shines right over my shoulder, right in my eye light. So it's working out just fine. Oh, let's see if our tea is ready to sip. Yes, indeed. And I hope y'all are having a beverage while you're watching. And Connie, my next and last sweater on my list, this is what we're doing her sweater in. And it's the Caron Halo. And in case you don't know about this yarn, I'll read you the specs. It's 5 bulky. It is recommends a 6mm knitting needle, 6mm crochet hook, which is what I'll be using. It is 71% acrylic, 18% nylon, 11% polyester. It's 8 ounces, 227 grams, 481 yards, 440 meters. Now this color is called Rosemary Frost. And so it's a beautiful green, as you can see. And this yarn is very, very smooth and easy to work with. It works up really, really fast. So it probably won't take me a week, week and a half, 2 weeks at the max to work this up for her. Now what I've been struggling with is the color for the cuffs and the ribbing along the bottom. So I got a couple of choices here in house, but I'm thinking this is going to be another Hobby Lobby run, because I don't like these choices. Well, I like them, but I'm not really sure she's going to like them. So I'll have to run this by her. I was looking, I thought I have this Hirschner's heathered yarn right there behind me. But once I compared the greens in that I have behind me against this green, they don't go. They don't mesh at all. And so the only two colors that I would even put with this, I'm really unsure about. So let me show you that. And that was just me knocking over a water bottle. But I got this one. Now this is Premier Basics Marl. And this colorway is called Foliage Marl. Now, if you look closely, it has lots of different greens in it, but it looks pretty good with this. I think it looks pretty good with this. Now, I would probably safely do it, but I want to get her okay, because she may not like all the changes in this yarn as I'm working with it. Because see, this color right here, if it was all this color, then I would definitely be more confident if it was all this color here, because that definitely works. But it changes. It's a changing color yarn. It's variegated. So I'm not terribly sure. I'm not 100% confident on that one. Or I could just do this ivory color from Hobby Lobby, of course. And the girl at Michael's, you know what Michael's employees call Hobby Lobby? This cracks me up. Snobby Lobby. They called it Snobby Lobby. Because I said something, like, not this time that I was in there, but the last time I was in there, about something going down and checking it to see if Hobby Lobby had it. And she says, "Oh, no, tell me you're not going to Snobby Lobby." I said, "No, it's not on sale this week." Yeah. But this is ivory, and these edges, the edges on this yarn are closer to white. I do have some pure white yarn that I could pair with this as well. But I will converse with Connie via Messenger and see what her decision is, what she wants me to do. Because I can just take a little picture of this, the center of this, and then take it with me to Hobby Lobby, a picture of this, not the yarn, and see if I can match this color. Because this is, it's really, to be honest, not that easy of a yarn to match up. So, but Hobby Lobby has quite a range of greens. So I should be able to match it up. If she doesn't like my choices here, then I should be able to match it up and get a couple of skeins. It shouldn't take more than a couple of skeins to do the ribbing and the the neck and the cuffs, which is all I'm going to need it for. But that's what's going on in my life at the moment. Oh, well, and you know, another thing that I talked about the other day, the radio in the van. One of y'all said that y'all knew someone that it had a similar issue and that it come back and started working on its own. Mine did that today. But it didn't just like stay on. It didn't stay working. It kind of came and went throughout my little trip, my little outing today. I was going down the road, and I managed to get the workaround, you know, where I can use the controls on the steering wheel and still play the music from my phone. And so after I went to the post office and sent a couple of packages, I sent Miss Linda her sweater, and then I sent Tamara her sweater, because she and I had an agreement. She was making a couple of amigurumis for me, for the boys, in trade for a sweater. Well, she's had some life things happen, and she hadn't been able to finish the amigurumis, but I wanted her to have the sweater anyway because, well, she's had some life things happen, and I thought she should have something that she's been looking forward to having. And she can just get me the amigurumis whenever she can get them to me. It's not a big deal. They're for the boys. And it'll be just a nice little cheer up present for the boys whenever they come through. So it's not a big deal. But I thought it might be a nice treat for her, seeing everything that's been going on with her. But anyway, so I got those little packages out. That kind of gets things, that clears the books for me as far as having completed projects that need to be sent out. So I don't have any completed projects that need to be sent out right now. So that kind of takes that off of my mental list, and that helps me. That helps me. So that now I'm not only putting smiles on people's faces, I'm taking something off my list, my mental to-do list, and that helps me too. So but I'm going down the road after I leave the post office, and I'm going down the road just bebopping, listening to music, and I'll look over and the display on the radio is on, and it's been dark ever since the other day, just completely dark, and no options, the buttons wouldn't work, nothing. And all of a sudden the display's on, and I can see what song I'm listening to, and I'm like, are you serious right now? And so I used the volume button on the steering wheel to see if I could see it change on the front of the radio, and sure enough, it's working. And so I just kind of tentatively pushed the button that turns the radio on and off to see if that worked, and that worked too. And I was like, hot dog. I was like, Lord have mercy. I said, I guess the devil didn't get what he wanted. So yeah, and then like I went on and did my thing with Michael's, and I didn't go to Hobby Lobby today, but I might go tomorrow, maybe. Maybe. Just depends on what Connie has to say. But I might wait. Well, yeah, maybe tomorrow, because I don't want to wait until next week, because it won't be on sale next week. But so, but it was coming and going today, the radio. It would work sometimes and then not other times. So I don't know what's going on with it. But when I parked it, and when I got home, it was working again. So it was just kind of coming and going. So I don't know what's going on with it. But the regular operation, the rest of the operation of the vehicle is not hindered by the radio being whatever, spastic or whatever you want to call it. The rest of the vehicle is not hindered. So there's that. I'm grateful that I can still do my little workaround and have everything else work. And she still gets around. So I'm happy there. And I'm not going to go, if I go to Hobby Lobby tomorrow, I'll go to the Hobby Lobby here in Shreveport. I'm not going to go all the way into Bossier to the Hobby Lobby. I only go over there to that one if I have to go to Bossier for something else. Bossier is just, it's just like right across the bridge from here. And the sales tax is cheaper over there. And that's why I mail my packages from over there. Because, well, for some reason, it's cheaper to mail packages over in Bossier. And also, they seem to get where they're going faster if I mail them from Bossier. I don't know why. But I've mailed them from Shreveport once or twice, and they take longer to get where they're going. I don't know why, but they do. So I'm just going to stick with what works. I've been doing it this way the whole time I've lived here, and I send out packages on the regular. And I know I said I wasn't going to take any more sweater orders, but I'm down to my last sweater order, and I think I'm going to take 2. So if you're out there and you're interested in the sweater, you can email me and we'll talk terms. And what my prices are is I get $65 for a granny square pullover, and $65 for a granny stitch cardigan, and then I get $80 for the full stitch cardigan. Like the orange one was a full stitch one. You know, meaning that like this one I'm doing, like the black one I'm doing, this is full stitch, meaning that it's going to be a solid, you know, mostly solid material. Granny's cluster, you know, stitch is different. Because it uses more yarn when I do the solid one than it does when I do the granny stitch one. Plus it takes longer. There's a lot more involved in that one, so that's why it costs more. Now the money the price of the does include shipping if you live in the lower 48 states. If you live outside the lower 48 states, we will talk about shipping prices. But if you live in the lower 48, your shipping cost is included in the price of the sweater. Yes, I'm a little cheap compared to other people. I know that. So what I did when I was coming up with my prices is I looked on Etsy and eBay and what people were charging, and just kind of, I picked about 5 or 6 different listings, and then I did an average and went somewhere in the middle. That way I felt like that was the most fair I could be, without, you know, putting myself, you know, without being out of pocket too much, you know, because most of the time when I do them, I'm using yarn I already have. Most of the time. There have been a time or two that I'd had to go buy yarn, accent yarn, you know, for the cuffs and the ribbing and stuff. Now the black cardigan I'm doing, that's for a Will's lady friend, so that's a whole nother deal. That's a gift, so that's not something I'm being paid to do. Plus I'm kind of going to be tricking that one out a little bit, so to speak, designing that one a little bit different than the typical ones. So it's going to be sort of a prototype to see if I can do something that I have in a picture I have in my head. So I don't know what's going to go down with that one yet. To be determined, I'll put it that way. So I may have something even really cool later on in a few months. I don't know. But I'll just kind of have to play with yarn and see if I can pull something off. But I will take 2 orders right now and just leave it at that. I'm just going to play it by ear and take 2 at a time, and so that I don't overwhelm myself, because I had like 5 or 6, you know, that I ended up with all at one time, and it just overwhelmed me. And so I think that's why I was ready to just take a big break. But my Crojo's good and strong right now, so I don't see any reason not to take a couple of orders. And my email's always in the description box, so you can email me if you're interested, and we'll go from there. So anyway, that's about all I got for y'all tonight. I hope everybody's having a good night. I hope you have some wonderful New Year's plans. We don't have any. I'm sure my neighbors will be popping firecrackers and fireworks all night and disturbing me and my dogs. But I'm going to put some... I started watching the original CSI, and there's a whole lot of seasons of that. And so that's probably what I'll be doing. I'll just be crocheting and watching CSI and enjoying myself. And because that's my happy place, is crochet and watching a crime show, or it might be a crime documentary, or just an older show that I've already seen. I did catch a couple of episodes of Midsummer Murders on Acorn TV. And I did see where BritBox had a new season of Shetland, and they have a new detective. So I know the main character, I don't know his name, but I know he left the show. So I thought that was a wrap for that series, but no, I seen it advertised on my Amazon cube, my Fire Cube, that they have a new season with a new detective, and I don't know the actress's name, but she played on another show where she was a private eye, but it was like a comedy type show on Acorn. Oh, I'll have to get back to y'all on the name of that, but it was really hilarious. I mean, like, so funny. And I'll have to get back to you on the name of it. I can't remember, but she's blonde, and she's, I think she's Scottish. And, oh man, because her brogue is real strong. Her accent's real strong. But, oh, she's in that series that she was in, she was always dressed to the nines, always in heels and everything matchy. And she was just so funny. And it's just so funny. And, but I can't remember it to save my life. But, I think it started with an A, but I'll go find the name of it and tell y'all later. But yeah, I'll try to have a video for y'all in the next day or so. If not tomorrow, the day after. Yeah. I love my British TV and my Scottish and Irish TV shows, as long as they're speaking English. I have been known to watch subtitled TV shows, but I have to really be into them to watch them. There's this one on Netflix that they sometimes will have, and it's from Finland. It's, but I can't think of the name of it. But they will dub it in English, and it's obvious that their mouth is not moving like they're speaking English, but because they just dub it in English. But I have watched it before they did that, before they dubbed it in English, and watched it in subtitles, because it was so good. The show itself was so good that it was worth reading the subtitles. But it was a detective show. It made me want to curl up with a blanket because it was in snow so much. Because it's Finland. Hello, it's cold there. But it was just so good. It was so twisting and turning, and you never knew what was coming next, you know. Yeah, so it was really good. I'll have to look that one up too. Because I don't remember the name of it. I'm terrible with names of stuff. But yeah, it was from Finland, and it was on Netflix. And but yeah, I'm hoping they have a new season of it. I just can't remember the name of it. But the lead detective was kind of like really quirky, and he would have, when he was doing his meditation, trying to figure it out kind of thing, he would have to go barefooted and draw squares on the floor, and he would stare at pictures and stare at the files and walk around, and next thing you know, he got it. He figured it out. It was just really neat. It was just really neat. So I'll have to go look those up and report back. I have pens here. I will write it down and get it back to y'all. But anyhow, I guess I made this video long enough. It's been a pretty decent day, with the exception of the radio going in and out, not making its mind up. And then there's doing some road work up the road here that made me have to detour around 2 or 3 blocks to try to get home. And I really wasn't sure where I was going at one point. But I made it home. Anyhow, I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for all your support. And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put content out pretty often, and I try to make it as interesting as I can. Subscriptions are free. I do have channel membership if you want to try to support me that way. They start at $2.99. So there's a little join button under the video if you're on a tablet or a cell phone, and there's also a link in the description box on how to go and become a channel member if you want to do that. So thank you so much. Please remember that I love you, and so does Jesus. And please adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all again soon. Bye now.